Dumelang, hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're just discovering me today, please stick around and don't forget to click that subscribe button and don't forget to like. So today's video, I'm going to tell you some of the names that I really liked and I was considering naming my baby. Obviously when you're co-parenting you have to agree upon names with your husband, so yeah, I will start firstly by telling you the names that I liked and my husband agreed and we named the baby. So our baby's name is Mahoney, Didnt, Ray, and obviously our last name. So Mahoney means a person from the north, and the main reason why we named our baby Mahoney is because we're both South African, me and my husband. So we moved to Canada about in 2015. Yes, in 2015. So to me it seemed like the name was meant to be, because in South Africa I'm from a province called the Northwest. My husband is from Limpopo in South Africa, and it was previously known as was it the Northern Province? Yes, was previously known as the Northern Province before it became Limpopo. And my baby was born here in Canada, which is North America. So I thought, I'm from the north, my husband is from the north in South Africa, and our baby was born in the north. So wow. And this is the most northerly part we've been, the highest point we've been together, so it seemed like it was destined. So that's why I chose the name Mahoney. And when I told my husband about it and my reasoning behind it, he thought it was such a great idea, and he's like, yep, Mahoney is the name. So that's how we came to the name Mahoney. One of the things that we were considering while trying to name our baby was that we wanted names that were not necessarily gender specific. We wanted unisex names. The thing about being a person who is Tswana, a Tswana speaking person, some of our names you can give to a boy or a girl. Like you can have a baby named Leseho, who's a girl, or a boy. So that's what I like about my culture, that names are not necessarily gender specific. So that's what I wanted to do when we were naming our baby. I wanted to find names that were very much gender neutral. So her second name, which means Didnt, which means a very beautiful step or a great step. I felt at the time when we found out that we were pregnant that we were heading in a great direction. So our baby coming in our lives was a great step. And I said to my husband, I think Didnt is very appropriate for what we're doing right now. So what do you think? A brand new start, we're starting a family, so it's a great step. What do you think? And he's like, you know what, of all the names that you came up with, which I'm going to tell you in a few minutes, Didnt is one of my favorites out of all your list. So yeah, Didnt is the name. And I also asked my mom what she thought about Didnt, and she really liked the name because there are so many nicknames that you can give the baby. You can call the baby Khato, or you can call her Entle, or you can call her Ntle. So yeah, it's practically great nicknames that can come from that name. And one of the things I really considered when we were naming our baby is that I didn't want the name that's going to make her feel bullied or always having to feel horrible about her name, because sometimes parents don't sound out names or think about it and try to see a specific perspective of how a name could impact a baby and how people might take on the name. So her other name is Ellie Ray. The thing is, I wanted the baby to have a Bible name, but I didn't want like a Mary or a Joseph type name. So I thought about it very hard, and I was trying to find a way to get to a nice a Bible name. And I thought to myself, okay, we didn't know at the time when I was trying to come up with these names. Some of, especially this English name. So one of my favorite English names was always Elijah or Elia. So I was thinking to myself, what could be a name that sounds very gender neutral? And I thought to myself, Ellie. So if either way, if you spell it, because we spell it E-L-I, so you would never really know if it's a girl or a boy if the name is written there on a paper. And I added a hyphen, Ray as in R-A-E as in Kali Ray Jepsen. Anyway, so I tried to find the meaning for Ellie and Ellie Ray, and the name Ellie comes from, you know, Eli nama sabataka. So that's it means God, and Ray means grace. So when you put the names together, it means God's grace. So I thought that was a brilliant name. But Ellie Ray, I fussed it up with my husband. He didn't like the name whatsoever. I don't know if he likes it even today, but I love it. So that's the battle I won there when it came to naming the baby, because I was very passionate about the baby having at least 3 names, because I also have 3 names. So now here's a list of the names that I wrote down when I was trying to come up with gender neutral South African names, you know. So one of the names that I came up with was Bono. How many names are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I came up with 9 names, and as you can see on my list, so Bono means vision. So I wanted also the baby's name to show strength and courage. So every name that I was coming up with, I wanted to say something. So when a person reads the name of a paper, they're like, oh, this person might be a person with strong character, you know. Yeah, so Bono means vision, you know. And then the second name was Ubonye, which means he has seen. This could be God. God has seen that we needed such a strength in our relationship, in terms of the baby giving us, or such an independent baby. I'm talking this way because my baby has such a strong character, and she's very independent. So Ubonyi, God gave us the grace to have a baby who is very strong-willed. And then the other name is Gaone, and Gaone means of God. So that would have literally meant that the baby is one of God's children, or he is of God. She came from God, literally. Anyway, so there's the other name that we chose. This is Katontle. That's how you spell Katontle. Our baby's name that my husband agreed upon. He's the one who circled it and put an asterisk here. So and on the, as you can see on the list, it says 1, 2, 3. So that was his most favorite name. And you can see that Bono, he crossed out Bono. He's like, no, I don't like it. He said it sounded funny. And another name that I really liked is Untitlile, which means God has allowed me. So there are different ways you can spell it. As you can see, you can spell it this way or that way. Anyway, the other name is Untitili, means if I didn't say that, God has allowed me or to have this blessing. This baby is my blessing, and God has allowed me to receive this blessing, because not everybody is blessed with such gifts as a baby. Okay, the other name is Hueme Ona, which means God is the one who's standing by me, right? The reason why I have this baby is because God has always and will always be standing by me. So Uemi, he's standing, and I'm receiving grace because God is standing with me. The other name is Adira, so which basically means he did it or she did it. And all these names, they're being, it's like you're saying something in a perspective that God is doing something. So all the he's and she's I'm saying, it's standing for God. So I did it, God did it, oh, the baby did it, if you're not religious. And no, this is my husband's name. I don't know what he was trying to say. So the other name that I wanted was Muiteri, which means a person who Muiteri, which means a person who announces with the things they do. I don't know how to put it. It's kind of weird. It sounds considered now that I think about it, but it's a great name. Because in this way you'll be thinking God sent us the Bible and he's telling us about himself and what he expects from us. So this is my baby Muiteri, a vision of God who has come to this world to explain to me and share with me God's love. So yes, those are the names that I was thinking when I was trying to find the appropriate names for my baby. Yeah, so if you have kids or want to have kids, do you have any specific names that you have in mind? Have you picked up names that you're trying not to tell anybody about, hiding it from your family, afraid that they might steal it? Let me know, guys. Tell me your names in the comments below. What does your name mean? Do you love your name? I know that my name kind of bullied because my name sounded kind of funny, but so that's why it was such a big deal for me to try and find names that won't be a burden on the baby. And even if the name is in my own language, since we're in Canada, it won't be such a terribly tough name to pronounce, or a terribly tough name to spell out, and you won't always have to be correcting a person. My baby won't always have to be correcting people about her name and stuff like that. So anyway, guys, please don't forget to comment below and like this video. I really appreciate you watching and sticking by me. Yeah, remember, if you're new, don't forget to subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.